Hi, good morning. In today's class, we are going to learn about what is meant by wage and salary administration and factors influencing wage and salary administration. In previous class, I have discussed about compensation plans and policies and factors influencing compensation plan, and I explained about what is meant by compensation and what is meant by employee compensation. Now let's start our class regarding wage and salary administration. Compensation. Now let's see wage and salary administration. Wage and salary administration. It is a collection of practices and processes used for planning and distributing company-wide programs for employees. And wage and salary administration means what the employer is planning distributed the company-wide for the employees. And wage and salary administration procedures usually involves activities such as calculating the number of hours worked in order to determine compensation, administering employment benefits, and answering payroll questions from employees. Same way, what are the objectives of wage administration? The objectives are to acquire qualified competent person. If an organization is maintaining a perfect wage and salary administration, then that means the organization want to acquire a qualified competent person. By the organization's wage and salary structure only, they can acquire a competent person to its organization. And the second objective is to retain the present employees. ప్రస్తుతం ఉన్న ఎంప్లాయీస్ని మనం రిటైన్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఈ వేజ్ అండ్ సాలరీ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ అనేది ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. And third one is to secure internal and external equity, which means internal and external equity means based on other companies or other organizations what they are providing and what type of salary structure or what type of wage structure they are following, they'll see. Or in the same way, if the same cadre employee in other organization what he is getting will be seen and will provide the same or equity, which means in other organization for the same position what the other employees get. Fourth objective is to ensure desired behavior. మనకు కావాల్సిన బిహేవియర్ ఎంప్లాయీ దగ్గర నుంచి రావడానికి కూడా ఈ వేజ్ అండ్ సాలరీ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ ఈజ్ మోస్ట్ యూజ్ఫుల్. అండ్ ద ఫిఫ్త్ objective is to simplify collective bargaining processes and negotiations. By this wage and salary administration process only, we can simplify collective bargaining and negotiations procedures. These are the objectives of wage and salary administration. Now let's see the principles. How the wage and salary structure must be. It must be flexible. ఇది ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్గా ఉండాలి and it must be understandable to every employee. And the second principle is job evaluation must be scientific. జాబ్ని ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేసే టెక్నిక్ అనేది మస్ట్ బి సైంటిఫిక్గా ఉండాలి. అండ్ ద థర్డ్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ మస్ట్ కన్సిస్టెంట్ విత్ ఓవరాల్ ప్లాన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్. ఓవరాల్ ప్లాన్ అంటే మొత్తం ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ప్లాన్కి సరిపడేలాగా మన వేజ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అనేది ఉండాలి. ద ఫోర్త్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ మస్ట్ బి అకార్డింగ్ టు ద సోషల్ అండ్ ఎకనామిక్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్. If we are creating a wage structure, it must satisfy our social and economic terms. The fifth principle is it must change according to the local and national conditions. If an organization is having its wage policy, it must be flexible according to its local and national conditions. Like if our company is having branch in America and in India, the wage structure must be according to the according to the countries. And in the same way, let's take only in India, there is a different standard of living in Bangalore and as well as in Rajahmundry. So the wage structure will be different based on its local conditions, and it must simplify and speed up the administrative process. Always the wage and salary administration must be simple and it must be speed up in its administrative process. These are the principles of wage and salary administration. Now let's see what are meant by compensation plan. Compensation plans, we are having straight salary compensation, salary plus commission only, territory volume compensation plans, profit margin or revenue based compensation plans, and residual commission. These are the compensation plans what we are going to see. Before going to see these, what is meant by compensation plans. In some organizations will follow plans, means some compensation plans. It is based on the organization terms and conditions. The first one is straight salary compensation. Straight salary compensation means we will get only salary, direct salary we will get. That is known as straight salary compensation. And the second one is salary plus commission, which means we will get salary as well as commission also. For example, is like a salesman. Salesman, for salesman the basic salary will be different, as well as he will get the commission on his work, how much sales he has done. It is based on his work. It is totally dependent upon the employees, which means he will get salary. If he wanted to earn more, he want to do more sales. That is the concept of salary plus commission, which means in salary plus commission the employee will get salary as well as commission also. And the third compensation plan is commission only. In this he will get only commission. We will see this type of in LIC agents, which means the agent will get commission when he do some policies. This is about commission only. Fourth compensation plan is territory volume compensation plans. Territory volume compensation plans means this type of compensation is well suited for employees who work in a team based culture. Compensation is usually calculated by finding out territory volume. The sales numbers are added up and all commissions are split equally among all sales professionals. This type of plan puts less pressure on individuals and fosters team building. Territory volume compensation means it is totally depend upon టీమ్ బేస్డ్ కల్చర్. హియర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ వచ్చేసరికి ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే మెయిన్లీ డెవలప్స్ ద టీమ్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఇంక్రీజెస్ ద టీమ్ బిల్డింగ్. ఒక టీం కలిసి చేసిన సేల్స్ దాంట్లో వచ్చిన వాల్యూ ఆర్ ది కాంపన్సేషన్ ఈజ్ టోటల్లీ డివైడెడ్ అమాంగ్ ద team members. In this type of compensation plans, the individual will get less pressure as well as it fosters team building. Why? Because if there is a team like that, if anyone didn't work properly also, he will get the salary. And in the same way, every team member will work to develop their team. Thus the territory volume compensation plan works. And the fifth one is profit margin or revenue based compensation plan. Margin is one of the most popular types of compensation used by startup companies. Under this plan, companies compensate its employees entirely on the profits made by the business. Due to the complexity and compliance issues involved, very few companies offer equity or stock. Mainly we can see this profit margin or revenue based compensation on startup companies, because plan will compensate its employees entirely based on the profits only. And the last one is residual commission. This type of compensation plan is every salesperson's dream. In this, salespeople continue to receive a commission as long as their accounts are generating revenue for the employer. Sadly, employees are usually reluctant to offer a residual commission deal to employees. Good salespeople can continue to receive residual commission even after they leave the company through negotiation. Here the residual commission means mainly we will see this in LIC, because if we do a policy under an agent, that agent will get salary or commission until we pay the premium. That is the best example for this residual commission. Here in this, if the person is a good sales person, then he will get his residual commission even after he leaves the company, but with a proper negotiation before leaving the organization or before leaving the company, he has to talk to his employer about this residual commission. These are the compensation plans what we have. See about wage as motivator. Let's see what is meant by wage. Wage and salary are often discussed the loose, as they are used in interchangeably, But ILO defined the term wage as the remuneration paid by the employer for the services of hourly, daily, weekly and fortnightly employees. Which means here ILO defined the term wage as the employer must be paid to the employees based on the services provided for the employees, may be hourly, daily, weekly or fortnightly. That is the definition given by the ILO. And wage as motivator. Money and monetary rewards are the best employment motivation strategies. Besides, money is definitely the finest motivator. Money is always a motivator for an person. For a person, always the money is the main motivator. Money motivates perfectly because many people hold on to their jobs for the sake of a good salary, but nothing motivates better than lack of money. Now let's see some of the motivation theories in order to know how the wage is a motivator. Classical theory of motivation. In this classical theory of motivation, we will see about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You are all very familiar to this Maslow's hierarchy of needs because already we have read about this in our first semester and as well as in our second semester also. Abraham Maslow has proposed a theory based on motivation. According to his theory, there are the steps: physiological needs, security needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self actualization. Physiological needs. Physiological needs are nothing but basic needs. Basic needs means water, shelter, etc. For a person, the basic motivating factors are food, water, shelter. After that, the person will go for security needs. He will see for the security. The first motivating factor of a person means the basic motivating factor of a person is physiological needs. These are nothing but basic needs. And the second thing is security needs. After fulfilling the basic needs, the person will go for security needs. Security needs means provide a security to his family. For example, if a person is working in a factory and due to an accident occurred in the organization, how the family will survive? That means he seeks a security from the organization. If he got any damage to his physically or mentally, then what about his family? Then what about his life? His rest of the life? That like the person will think. That is about security needs. After getting fulfilled of security needs, he will solve social needs. Social needs means friendship, relationship, maintaining a relationship with the other employees, colleagues, etc. And the third one is esteem needs. Esteem or ego, which means satisfying our esteem wants. After getting the fulfillment of esteem needs also, the last stage is of self actualization, which is nothing but self fulfillment. The person must be fulfilled himself, which means fully satisfied. This is the motivation theory proposed by the Maslow's hierarchy theory, how a person will be motivated. Now let's see about the equity theory. Equity theory was first developed by J. Stacy Adams in 1960, a workplace and behavioral psychologist. He is a workplace and behavioral psychologist. According to equity theory, in order to maximize individual rewards, we tend to create systems where resources can be fairly divided among మెంబర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఏ గ్రూప్. ఆర్డర్ టు మ్యాక్సిమైజ్ ఇండివిజువల్ రివార్డ్స్ అంటే ఒక ఇండివిజువల్ రివార్డ్ని మనం మ్యాక్సిమైజ్ చేయాలి అంటే ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ రిసోర్సెస్ మనము ఒక గ్రూప్లో మెంబర్స్కి మనం డివైడ్ చేస్తున్నాము, విచ్ మీన్స్ దిస్ మస్ట్ బి ఈక్వల్లీ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ అమాంగ్ ఏ group. The same way, equity theory has been widely applied to business settings by industrial psychologists to describe the relation between an employer's motivation and his or her perception of equitable or inequitable treatment.